Hi, today let's look at a virtue called simplicity, a quality so simple that one might miss it. So, what is simplicity? No duplicity or hidden agenda, contentment with what the Lord provides, free from unnecessary material desires, which leads to peaceful, genuine, and balanced living. So, a simple person applies the KISS principle in his life. Its acronym would be keep it short and simple in his thoughts, words, and actions. Do not unnecessarily complicate life. They keep their habits simple, which will support their spiritual focus. For example, having morning routines, starting the day calmly with reading, journalizing, and planning. Similarly, ending the evening by spending time at home to rest and relax. Regular exercise, which are gentle, consistent to boost their energy and lower stress levels. And having a declutter system in their house, maintaining three boxes, for example, where they can put trash in one box, donate in one box, and keep. This will manage their clutter in the house. This simply leads to clarity in their mind, which will help them to focus on their spiritual journey or their God consciousness. A simple person also is aware that he has to be simple in thoughts, words, and actions because he knows too much analysis of anything will make him paralyzed. Overthinking leads to weakness in faith and action. A spiritual practitioner acts with sincerity and guidance from superiors and the scriptures, where faith and simplicity brings steadiness and growth in a spiritual practice. One might ask, what would be the benefits of simplicity? The first and important benefit is one has peaceful mind. What means a peaceful mind? Less unnecessary desires, so less agitation. Because these days, modern life teaches us you need more to be happy. Whereas, contrary to that, in spiritual life, we know we need Lord, we need His service, we need proper, consistent spiritual life or sadhana to be happy. We also know that simplicity helps us to maintain our concentration in meditations and chanting because we know when life becomes too crowded with distractions from social media, which creates a FOMO, endless scrolling, there are notifications, all this makes the mind super noisy. Simple living helps one to attentively chant his mantras, have a peaceful spiritual practice in place. Deeper reading and hearing of scriptures creates steadiness too. Freedom from envy and competition. A simple person is always satisfied with conscious cultivation of contentment and admiring others' success rather than feeling it or considering it as a threat. A simple person is not constantly trying to prove I am greater, I must impress others, or I must show off. They are majorly focused on their inner journey to be better than what they were yesterday. A simple person also has more dependence on the Lord. He removes distractions that he can prioritize his spiritual path, as he knows the more artificial walls of security one creates around himself, which only leads to anxiety and confusion, the less we feel and then less we feel dependent on the Lord. Thus, simplicity brings one into humility and surrender unto the supreme will of the Lord. A simple person is also having healthy and genuine relationships. This is because it's so easy to trust a simple person because their behavior is predictable, it's consistent. They make people feel very safe around them because they have no politics, they are not manipulative, and they are not pretending to be what they are not. Now we can ask a simple question: how to cultivate simplicity in a practical way? Firstly, is simplifying sense objects, like reducing and streamlining how we interact with what we see, hear, taste, and smell according to our spiritual path. This leads to reducing mental, physical, and emotional clutter. This process, however, lowers the cognitive load in our mind. It decreases the decision making fatigue and creates space for a focused, calm, and intentional living. Moving forward, we also see that we can cultivate it by minimum bodily needs. Like a simple person is always conscious and is distinguishing essential needs from excessive wants. And he knows that this will help him reduce anxiety and free up resources for meaningful spiritual practices. He will avoid excessive comfort seeking. It's like a lion in a cage. He is so comfortable there because he knows at a set particular time he will get his meal. Whereas a lion in the jungle, he will have to do his kill in the morning, which will suffice him throughout the day. Another way to cultivate or practice simplicity is by reducing clutter. A cluttered environment causes anxiety and unnecessary stress. Clearing space around us reduces the visual noise in our head, allowing for a more serene, calming home and eventually calmer mind. As when you own fewer things, you spend less time making decisions about them. For example, what to wear, where to put the items, how to maintain them, etc. etc. So, a organized life helps in an organized mind. Another beautiful way of practically cultivating the value of simplicity is by simplifying it gradually. You don't have to rush into it. You do not have to artificially renounce everything suddenly. Reduce unnecessary wants step by step. Develop satisfaction and gratitude every single day. A steady progress is always a lasting progress. The mantra for this. And in conclusion, a simple person is peaceful and focused. Real wealth is in the remembrance of the Lord. Simplicity creates space for your own devotion and spiritual life. Simple heart always attracts Lord's mercy. Thank you for being with me till the end and see you soonest.